officially a Los Angeles Laker, and we've got to talk all about it. I asked you guys to send me some questions on Twitter. You all sent me some amazing questions, so part one of this Anthony Davis Q&A. Let's get right into some of these questions, guys. First question here is from Ryan M. Spencer 1, and he asks, what's your first reaction when the AD trade went through? Who do you think they should go after next? Okay, when I found out that the Lakers finally traded for Anthony Davis and that this trade went through, I literally screamed so loud. I threw my phone, first of all, like across my room. I'm actually shocked that like it doesn't have a cracked screen because I threw it. I ran and actually went and told my dad because it was almost Father's Day, so it was like the perfect early Father's Day gift to him. And my family and I immediately went to Mastro's and celebrated with steak and butter cake because this was something that, like, my family just in general is very big Laker fans, but I have been waiting for this moment. Like, I haven't really slept in like 6-7 months because I've just been so stressed out about this. Just like the thoughts in my head thinking, the Lakers don't get anyone this summer. We have another season where we don't make the playoffs. Like, how am I going to be able to like physically handle that? Like, it's been 6 years of pretty much just a complete and utter shit show. I don't know if I could have handled another season like that. So I was absolutely so excited. Like, I actually am shocked that I didn't lose my voice. I thought I was going to lose my voice because I was just jumping up and down, screaming, so excited, as I'm sure a lot of Laker fans were, but I am like thrilled by it. And then the second part, who I think they should go out and pursue next, we're going to talk all about that in part 2 of this Q&A, so I'm not going to touch on that now because we have a whole other video coming out just talking pretty much purely about that and answering all of your questions regarding that. So I'm not going to answer that right now, but definitely make sure you check out part 2 of this Q&A because we're going to dig deep into that. This next question is from @DougCole. He asks, or he says, I heard it was already announced July 6th and AD wasn't waiving his trade ticker. Is this true? Okay, so first of all, in regards to, like, if you heard whatever you hear, any reports that you hear, something I've learned personally is to just not pay attention to anything. Like, I don't even care. No matter who the most reliable source is, I do not read into any reports, any story I hear, and I don't really think about it until it actually happens. But in terms of whether or not, so I think the reason he's asking in terms of his trade ticker and that the trade is going to be finalized July 6th. So all this means is, if this is how normally the trade would go through and be finalized July 6th, which means if he does do that and the trade is finalized on July 6th, then the Lakers have about $23 million in cap space to then go pursue another free agent. However, Anthony Davis could also decline like this $4 million bonus, and then that would give the Lakers an extra $4 million to go out and try to pursue another free agent. So that would give them about $27 million. That's the norm. So that's when most people would assume that this trade would be finalized. That's when it's supposed to be. However, if for some reason the Lakers are able to convince the Pelicans to hold off on finalizing the trade until July 30th, for some reason that would then give the Lakers an extra, oh my gosh, I want to say like $5-7 million. So they would then have $32 million in cap space to go out and pursue a top free agent. So obviously, if you're a Laker fan, you would like to have as much money as possible. So you would want the Lakers to be able to convince the Pelicans to not finalize this trade until July 30th. But at the end of the day, I'm not sure if that's going to be able to happen. I don't know why the Pelicans would want to do the Lakers any favors. @Nader_Nation wants to know, can AD win a championship in his first year? Well, listen, obviously anything can happen, and I don't know, I can't predict the future. I don't know how this season's going to play out. There is a possibility that maybe him and LeBron James have no chemistry. They hate each other, or the team, has a bunch of injuries. I can't control that, but if I had to take a guess, I would say that the pairing of Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and if the Lakers are somehow able to then go out and sign another max free agent, which I'm not sure they're going to be able to, but if they are, I would think that is going to be a pretty tough team to beat. I mean, having two guys already, Anthony Davis and LeBron James, who are, arguably in the top 5 NBA right now, it's going to make any other team kind of irrelevant, in my opinion. I mean, I think that's going to be very exciting. So I would definitely think they would be able to win a championship. Obviously, Las Vegas has already kind of predicted them to be in the running and one of the top teams too. And I think anyone can kind of look at a team that features Anthony Davis and LeBron James and think, this team has a pretty darn good chance at winning the title next season. But at the end of the day, you can't predict the future. You don't know what's going to happen. But I definitely think that we're at a pretty good spot too, but I'm curious, do you guys think Anthony Davis and the Lakers can win the title next season? If you do, type Y down below. If not, type N down below. Now, if you think the Lakers are the favorites to win the 2020 NBA championship, then you guys are going to be very excited with what I have to say. I am thrilled to announce that the Lakers report is officially being sponsored by the #1 sports book website, MyBookie. All you have to do is go to chatsports.com/Lakers, enter my promo code GOLAKERS to get a 100% deposit. This is a really big deal, guys. This is a chance to win some serious money. The Lakers are going to be competitive. They're probably going to be winning the 2020 NBA championship, and I want you guys to be able to win some money. So head on over to chatsports.com/Lakers, enter my promo code GOLAKERS, and let's start getting this money, guys. Now let's move on to some more of these questions. You are watching NBA Now by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. I'm Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han. You can follow me on Twitter at Hannah_Kulik and on Instagram at Hannah Rose Kulik. But let's hop into some more of these questions and stay tuned to find out whether or not I was the real reason that Kyle Kuzma is still a Los Angeles Laker. Now, before we move on to some of these questions, I want to take a quick second to remind you guys to make sure that you are subscribed to Chat Sports here on YouTube, and to also subscribe to the new Chat Sports Lakers YouTube channel as well. You guys, this offseason is just getting started. It is going to be so exciting. Obviously, we're already off to a pretty darn good start, but there is still so many exciting things to come. The Lakers have to put together essentially an entire new roster, so there's a lot that's going to happen. So make sure that you are subscribed down below so that you don't miss a single second of it. Let's get into some more of these questions. This next question is talking about Anthony Davis and his injuries and whether or not I'm concerned. We have two people who asked this. The first is from @PediGurisH, and we also had @Darren2690. So they just want to know whether or not I'm concerned about AD's injury history. So I am not, you guys. I understand that for the first few years of his career, he did struggle with a little bit of injuries, and he played, I want to say for his first 3 years, I think he played 63 games, 65 and 68. I may have those numbers a little backwards, but he played about 60-ish in the mid-60s games per season, which is still not horrible. To put that in perspective, last season, I think Lonzo Ball played about 47 games due to injury. So that's obviously much better than Lonzo's. And the last 2 seasons for Anthony Davis, besides this most recent one where he played, I think he played 56 games, that was not due to injuries. That was due just mainly because of the turmoil and the drama that he had with the Pelicans when he wanted to be traded. They kind of shut him down for this season. But the 2 seasons prior to that, he played in 75 games, which is really good, because if you're able to play in 70 or more games, you consider to have a good, pretty healthy season. So he played in 75 the previous 2 seasons. So I, for one, am not concerned about injuries. Obviously, injuries can happen to really any player, and we saw that really take a toll with the Lakers these past 6 seasons. But in terms of Anthony Davis and his injury history, I'm not concerned at all in that at all. Another part to this question that @PediGurisH wanted to know was, which of these guys who were traded will you miss the most? So the guy that I think I'm going to miss the most is going to be Brandon Ingram. Obviously, I'm going to miss, Josh Hart and Lonzo Ball as well, but Brandon Ingram, I do think, really did have the potential to be a star, and if he's able to remain healthy, he's going to be quite the player, and I was really hoping that he would be able to continue to stay with Los Angeles, but at the end of the day, we had to make this trade worthwhile for the Pelicans, so we had to give up Brandon Ingram, but I do think he's going to be a very, very talented player and have a long, exciting career if he is able to remain healthy, of course. But I am curious, out of Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram, which young Laker player were you most sad to see go? If you think Brandon Ingram, type B down below, and if you think Lonzo Ball, type L down below. This next question is from @LakersOptimist1. He asks, did you force the Lakers not to trade Kuzma? You guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am the reason that Kyle Kuzma is still on the Lakers, because you know what? I had lunch with Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss, and I said, you know what, guys? I've been a loyal Laker fan my whole life. I have stuck with you guys these last 6 years when it has been a complete shit show, and all I'm asking is for you guys to please keep Kyle Kuzma. And you know what? I know a lot of people think that Rob Pelinka isn't the most trustworthy guy around, but I gotta give it to him. He kept his word. He said, Hannah, I promise you we will keep your boy Kuz for next season and for the foreseeable future. And guess what, guys? he made do on his promise. So you guys can thank me because I am the reason that Kyle Kuzma is still a Laker. Just kidding, but I'm very, very happy about it, guys. I know if you guys know me, and for those of you who don't, Kyle Kuzma is one of my favorite players. I've been, you know, really excited about him ever since really the draft combine 2017. I've been an OG Kyle Kuzma fan, so I, for one, am thrilled that he is still a Los Angeles Laker and that I get to see him rocking that purple and gold next season. At Fur1124 wants to know, what do you really think about this Lakers organization trading the young core? Okay, so I can understand, you know, I know a lot of Laker fans are upset. They feel like the Pelicans won this trade because they are getting Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, 3 future first-round draft picks, and a lot of people, myself included, were, you know, very invested in our young core. And I was the first to admit, you know, you can go back to my videos a long time ago. I've always said I really don't want to trade any members of our young core. I really want to see them develop. I think that if they are able to stay healthy, they will be stars. But you guys, at the end of the day, if we wanted Anthony Davis, we had to give the Pelicans a package that they were going to want. And we had to, you know, include these guys. And it's unfortunate because I'm a big fan of Ingram. I'm a big fan of Josh Hart and Lonzo. I think they can be stars. But at the end of the day, where the Lakers are right now in their organization, they're no longer in this rebuilding phase. We have LeBron James. We already missed the playoffs this past season. We're in a win now phase. We didn't have another season to kind of mess around and maybe make the playoffs, maybe not. We have to be able to be in a championship contention spot next season, and in order to do that and get a guy like Anthony Davis who immediately puts us in the contention for a championship next season, we had to give up Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball, unfortunately. Got a few questions here asking what number Anthony Davis is going to wear. So really quickly, thank you so much to the ROA family and Colt Connolly 6 for your questions asking what number Anthony Davis is going to wear. So I do not know, guys. And it's actually funny because Anthony Davis, if you are not aware, wears number 23, which is the same number as, of course, LeBron James. So he's going to have to switch his number. I'm not sure what number he's going to pick. I'm kind of excited and curious to see. If you guys have any kind of inkling as to what number you think he's going to pick or what number he should pick, comment down below because I'd be curious to see what you guys think because I, for one, have no idea, but I'm definitely very excited and curious to see which one he picks. Now, we have a few more questions here, but before we do, I want to take a quick second to remind you guys all to make sure that you are following me on Twitter and Instagram. It's going to be such an exciting summer for us Laker fans, so whether or not you just want to stay up to date with all things Lakers this summer, or of course, if you are looking to get in shape this summer, I also love to post Instagram workout videos and fitness tips on my Instagram as well. So make sure you are giving me a follow both on Twitter at Hannah_Kulik and on Instagram at Hannah Rose Kulik. But let's answer a few more of these questions for our part 1 Q&A here talking about Anthony Davis. We have this next question from at Benny_Dorado. He asked, what's the chance Anthony Davis doesn't re-sign percentage? So I don't want to say 0% because obviously, you know, I can't predict the future. Who knows what's going to happen? We could have a horrible season and Anthony Davis hates playing for the Lakers. Don't think that's going to happen. But if I had to take a guess, I would say, I mean, it's pretty close to 100%, or as close to 100% as you can have in this crazy NBA. I mean, Anthony Davis has wanted to be a Laker. Rich Paul has come out multiple times and said he wants to be a Laker. He promised he was going to get him to the Lakers. That was their main goal. He told other teams who were maybe pursuing him this summer to try to trade for him that, listen, if you get him, cool, but he's a one-year rental because he wants to go play for the Lakers. So where nothing is 100% certain, in this case, I feel like it is as close to 100% as you are going to get that Anthony Davis is going to re-sign with the Lakers in the future during free agency this next summer. He wants to be a Los Angeles Laker, guys, and I think us Laker fans would like to have him around. He's only 26 years old, entering his prime, so the future for us is looking really good because AD is probably most likely going to be signing with us next summer during free agency, and looks like he's going to be a Laker for a while, and I'm pretty darn excited about it. At Do What You Like 75 asks, who do you think the Lakers will play on Christmas night, and will you be there? So I do not know who the Lakers are going to play on Christmas night. It's going to be a very exciting game, I can guarantee that. It's probably going to be whatever the league thinks is like the best or the second best team, because obviously, as we all know, now that Anthony Davis is a Laker, the Lakers are the #1 team in the league. So it's most likely, I mean, if I had to guess, I would think it would probably be whatever team Kawhi Leonard goes to, just because he is coming off, you know, an NBA championship, being, you know, MVP. So I would think that's going to be wherever he plays. Whether or not he stays in Toronto, maybe we'll play Toronto. If he goes to the Clippers, maybe we'll, you know, play the Clippers. But I don't think it's going to be Golden State because we played them last Christmas, so I don't think we're going to replay them again. But either way, it's going to be a very exciting game. It's going to be another top team, so it'll definitely be very fun to watch. Whether or not I am going, most likely not, because it is Christmas and my family goes pretty balls to the wall for Christmas, so we have a lot of fun festivities and celebrations and stuff. We always watch together as a family, but who knows, maybe we will start a new tradition and we will all go to the Laker game as a family. But whether or not I am there in person, I will definitely 100% be watching. It's going to be quite an exciting game, and it's always actually one of my favorite things to do on Christmas is watch the Lakers Christmas Day game. Rounding out part 1 of our Anthony Davis Q&A, we saved the best question for last, guys, and that is from @TheRealCards, and he asked, will he get his brows separated? Now, I don't think so. I think this is a trademark Anthony Davis unibrow. It would be kind of weird if he didn't have it anymore. It would be like if James Harden shaved his beard. It would just be, James Harden, man, would be pretty unrecognizable if he didn't have his beard, to be honest. I don't know if it would be as big of a deal for Anthony Davis, but I mean, it's his trademark, guys. I don't see him changing it anytime soon, but if he does decide to, obviously he's in the right place. Los Angeles has amazing spas that he can go get that situation figured out. But I think the unibrow is here to stay, and I'd be a little sad if he shaved it or waxed it or something. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for sending me in your questions. We have a part 2 coming, so make sure to stay tuned for part 2, where we are going to dive into who the Lakers should go pursue now in free agency. Do they even have enough money to go pursue another max free agent? Do I want them to pursue another max free agent, or do I want them to use the rest of their cap space to go out and get some solid role players? And that's all going to be coming up in part 2 of this Q&A. Don't forget to give this video a double thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to Chat Sports here on YouTube and the new Chat Sports Lakers YouTube channel as well. That's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much again for watching, and until next time, Laker Hand is out. Bye, guys.